Hey, what's up guys, Frozen here, and today we're back with the Mira series. We are down in the basement of Clubhouse, the only really good site on this map, which is why I hate this map so much. But anyway, down in the basement, and first of all we have this mirror right here. Now, you can do this in a number of ways. You can put it standing up, you can put it reinforced crouched, you can put it reinforced standing. I would not recommend reinforced standing, because that means if you lose construction, then you lose your mirror window. But crouch is also the safest, because from the hatch you can also hide right here and you're still fine. And you can put it all the way to this side right here, or you can put it more in the middle, just personal preference. And of course, reinforcing it just makes, if they have an ash or something, they can just open the wall and they're good. You are also safe from this hatch if you put it in the right spot. They can get an angle on you, but it is quite a long angle, and you're not really going to get seen right here. So that is this spot. Now, there's a couple other spots, and they all revolve around the exact same spot, which is right over in the church. Alright, so this is one of the spots that you can use. Now, sometimes people will use this and only this for their mirrors. They'll put one here, leave this middle wall soft. They won't usually shoot it, and if they do shoot it, they might throw it like this. So you get those C4s right over it, but usually you don't want to open the middle just because you just get seen, and you might as well use the being able to see where you're shooting to the wall to your advantage. As you can see, you can still land your shots just perfectly easily through the walls, which is just a little bit better, and you can throw your C4 above if you need to. You can land the C4 without this wall, of course. You can just stand here and you can just lob it over, and anyone sitting in there is dead. And if you aim it low, it's more this side, you can kill anyone camping in that corner, just trying to get some cover. And generally this spot is fairly good overall. Now there's a couple more layouts, like this one, which is pretty similar, same goal is usually completed. You're still watching here in Moto, and sometimes this will be left soft, and the reason this is left soft, and let's use my other window for it, is because you can still get an angle on it. But if you have it soft, just be aware that you can get pretty easily pinched right in this corner with people sitting in Moto and people standing on the stairs waiting for you to peek. So it can get you can get pinched, but if you crouch and you have it reinforced, then you're perfectly fine, even if this gets opened up by a Twitch drone. And of course, if you leave these walls soft, just remember that if they have an ash that really wants to get into sight, that if you don't have anyone playing on these mirror windows and like someone gets the call to just run in, like they can just sprint on in and plant. So you may need to make sure you have at least someone in church at all times, of course. Why would you not have someone on one of the bomb sites? But you also, it's generally a good idea if you have the mirror window, have someone play the mirror window, just so that you don't actually end up getting rushed and then everyone's somewhere else and chaos happens. But that is pretty much it for downstairs. Of course, there's a ton of more combinations you can do with this wall. You can put them in crazy different combinations. There's a ton of them. But that is it, and we are moving up to the bar and stock, which is the second best site on this map. Okay, so in the bar, there are spots, definitely, but sometimes you don't necessarily need a Mira, but for this one spot, it may be bringing her. So, this spot, this is what watches over B, I believe, and the thing with this site is that this giant filing cabinet is in the middle of the room, and if it wasn't in the middle of the room, it'd be a far better mirror window spot, but it is, and there's not a lot you can do about it. Like, you can try your best to get rid of the boxes, but they're gonna block the doorway no matter what you do, pretty much. So you're gonna have a hard time seeing, but you can still see if you're at the very corner. You can still see out, and you can still peek. It still beats not having a mirror window at all. And of course, you have to be careful of this door, because the attackers can just come out here and get an angle on you from all the way from back here, and if you're not paying attention, they'll just shoot you in the legs. So be careful of those, and if you want to castle it or something, or make sure you have someone in this hallway watching. But whatever you do, just, it's not necessarily safe because of this door, but it's still worth doing. Now the next spot, and this is mostly applies if you're playing in the garage somewhat. If you have a rotation hole up here, up into cache, it is right here, and this is just so you can tell your people who are maybe playing up on there, like, hey, this is open, this garage door is open, this garage door is open, the door is open, and you can have people flank if because they're gonna take out the camera. But just do keep in mind that once again, if you don't put the window on this side, then they can shoot the canister from all the way back here, like so.
If you remain in this zone, you will be detected by hostiles. You have been spotted.
Well, there it is. And of course, so you just need to make sure you put it on this side of the wall. That way you can't get someone to get a little pixel peek on it and take it out. And those are it for the more normal ones, but there's one more spot over in Strip Club. And it is very important that you hold strip when defending this bomb site, so that is why I will show you the spot. Okay, so now these ones are a little bit more unorthodox, and so this mirror window, for one, will help you hold this side, and personally, whenever I have to hold strip, I like to play Legion, because you just set up your goos at all the doorways and wait. But another spot that you can use, and this will only work if you're doing a hard hold of strip, and once again, it takes a coordinated team like that last spot on the mirror window in open area. But if you want to do a hard hold of strip, you can put a mirror window on this side, and you have to open this wall, of course. And if you open this wall, and you play it right, you castle mute that, you do everything right, you can get this to work. Do I recommend doing it in ranked? Of course not. Do I recommend it as a strat in general? No. But it is a thing, and it can be very effective depending on how you do it. But you do need to be careful of this wall getting shot out from above. And the reinforcements on this wall will only go to around here. It's a little bit higher than that, but it will go only around to the top. And you can still open above, and you can shoot through, which is as a tip for attacking here. If they reinforce this wall, you can shoot up top, rappel up, and you can get an angle on basically everywhere in here. And if they don't reinforce, then just take someone and blow it open, and they basically just are fucked. But that is it for this room. Now we're going up to the bedroom, which is hopefully you don't have to play there, but unfortunate if you do. Okay, so in the bedroom, Mira is not the best. Now, in my old video, I said this double mirror spot works pretty well. But now that everyone knows how to take it out, which is mainly just from this hatch and a Twitch drone, it's not nearly as effective and wouldn't recommend using it very much anymore. Which is unfortunate because it used to be good. As well as, a lot of people don't like coming over here for some reason. Like, they'll still push this wall, of course, sometimes. But a much more common way to push is right in here, through this wall over here. And that is because once you open this wall, you can play a Blackbeard. Or you don't have to open it. You can shoot out the top of the wall, and you can play a Blackbeard right here, and you have cut off their sight. Then you get to this hatch, and you cut off their sight. And you get to that hatch, and you cut off that room. And this hatch right here is the exact same reason why I cannot recommend this mirror window either. And this one's even worse, because they can see you, they can see the canister, and they can just shoot you, and it's dumb. I've seen people use this spot before, and it's just not a good spot. Now, this spot over here in the bathroom, once again, it doesn't work very well sometimes, but as this is the best mirror window series, you kind of have to show your best options if you really want to play Mira. But overall, I would not recommend playing Mira. I'd say a Valkyrie would be more useful. A lot of operas would be more useful. Castle Mute, whatever, Bandit, whoever you want, Jaeger. They'll all be a little bit more useful than Mira, as there are so many limited walls you can actually put your mirror windows on that will actually be helpful. And this one is really only one of the very few windows that will actually help you in the long run. And this is only, of course, if they open this wall. Now, one thing that is kind of strange, and people will sometimes do, and it's really rare, is that they'll sometimes put a mirror window in here, in cache, and they can watch this balcony pretty well, just from a mirror window right over here. They can see it, and they can basically see everything they need to, which is, I mean, if you're not expecting it, it will work sometimes. But I still wouldn't recommend bringing a Mira just to try and hope they don't just destroy you and all your roamers playing in there. Because you're gonna have someone in here. It's not like no one expects the flank anymore, but it still works somehow. But that is it for the site, so now we are going to move across the balcony, whatever this is. What is it even called? Hold on. Central subroof. I don't think I've ever heard someone call this a subroof, whatever. But we're going to moving over to cache right now, and I will see you there in a moment. Okay, so with this room, once again, Mira is not the best. This spot right here is pretty good, and that's really your best bet. But of course, the problem is that someone comes up the stairs, you're dead. But Ella and Legion can help with that a lot. So just drop a mine right there, drop some goos on the stairs, drop a mine right here. Doesn't really matter, you'll be fine, you'll know, and you can bamboozle them because they're just sitting on the stairs with no cover. Now this spot right here is alright, like I said. Now you can open up on top of this wall too, and not open this little side wall, of course. And you can throw C4s, you can throw smoke canisters, you can do whatever. And if someone's out there peeking that, this denies a quick plant right in this little wall right here once they open it with like a thermite. And other spot you could possibly use is in the garage now. Of course, this is far more situational than the other spot, and generally it may not give you quite as good as results, but if you can get through this wall, you can put a window right here. And this will watch the other side, so you just drop some reinforcements down in garage and have another player in here, and you can use this, watch the hatch, watch this window. But the reason I can't say this is the best strat in the world is because they can see you. Like, they can see you standing behind your mirror window, unless you're like way back here. But if you're way back here behind these boxes, then you can't see over here, so it's just not a very good site for Mira, and of course you don't want to ever have to get to the site in general, so if you do, then you are very unlucky, or you're playing casual. But that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.